What's up, guys? Welcome to the second episode of the Agency Profits podcast. And today I wanted to talk about niching down. So, you guys maybe have heard of it or maybe you haven't, but it's a very, very important thing to actually niche down. And I'll go into a few reasons why very shortly here, but super important to make sure that you're niche down in your business, especially a marketing agency. And that's one of the things that really scaled me kind of to that next level and allowed me to actually be profitable. So when I first started my agency, I wasn't niche down and I had a lot of struggles and ups and downs. I kind of talked about it in the last episode. Right. And one of the issues was that because I was, not niche down, I was pretty much a jack of all trades, but a master of none. So I would be able to kind of do things, but not do them well enough to keep clients. So, for example, I would, run Facebook ads for a clothing store. Then I would be building a website for, a painting company. Then I'd be doing like SEO for an accountant and then doing Google ads for, a plumber or something like that. And because I was doing all these types of services, I wasn't really good at them because, how could you be good at everything, right? And the second thing was that I had to hire out a lot of that stuff. I had to outsource that stuff, and that completely killed my profit margins. So I was just doing it all wrong. So even if I was charging a client, 2 grand a month or something like that, I was making no money, if not sometimes losing money, because I'd be doing everything to try to get them results because I just didn't know how to do it. And part of that is that there was no productization. There was no how do you say, like, repetitiveness. It was always like a new thing every time I took on a project. Like I was like actually scared to take on clients because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna fulfill on this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get results, right? So it was one of those things where I hired a mentor and they were helping me out and everything. And the first thing they told me to do was niche down, right? Because I was so frustrated with this constant, cycle of losing clients and, trying to figure things out. Like it just felt like, nothing was working out, which is maybe somehow or some of how you guys feel who actually run agencies right now and you're not niche down. And when I say niche down, I mean, yeah, you want to choose one niche, but you also at the beginning want to only focus on one service as well, which is super important. And I'll explain why. So when you niche down, so for example, I niche down into the home services space, specifically roofers. Okay. So the service I niche down into was Facebook ads. So now when I run Facebook ads for a roofer, let's say, I run a Facebook ad for a roofer in Los Angeles. Okay. So this roofer in LA is smashing it. I get to, learn Facebook ads and keep refining that process with this person. And they're getting, great results. They're getting 30, 40 leads a month and closing a bunch of roofs. Well, instead of me starting another, client who's in a completely different industry and in a completely different, service and wants a completely different service, like why not just use the same templated Facebook ad and do, Facebook ads for another roofer in a different area? Because if I can get 30 or 40 leads for a roofer in LA, well, then I can get, another roofer in Texas. Then I can get another roofer in Colorado. And I can get another roofer in Florida. And I'm using the same ads over and over and over again because they're not they're not in competition. They're in completely different areas that, aren't even close to each other. Right. So instead of me having to try to figure out a new system or a new service that's actually going to work, well, I actually have a service that's actually generating roofer number one in LA, 30 to 40 leads. So let me take that same exact ad and launch it in the next, wherever roofer number two is. As long as they're not in the same city, it's no problem. Right. And then I already have ads that are working. So those ads are going to start generating roofer number two, 30 to 40 leads, and they're happy. And also it's way easier to launch because I've already done it. And if you guys have run Facebook ads before, if you have like, the template, it's really easy. Like you can launch ads within 30 to 60 minutes for a client and without the headache. And I have certainty that it's going to get them results. And the best part is when you get results, well, guess what? You can charge more money. That's why, when you're an expert and you become a master in one niche, you can absolutely smash it out because you can charge a lot more. You keep refining your processes. Like, think about how many roofer ads I've run and how confident I am, in getting an ROI versus someone who's a generalist who like has never ran roofer ads, and maybe they've done some SEO for a plumber before, and now a roofer has approached them and they're going to try to run ads. Like, they have no certainty, whereas I'm like, I can guarantee you're going to ROI in the next 30 days, right? So as you become an expert, and as you refine your processes, and every time you launch a new ad, you're going to learn from it, and you're going to learn how to make it better and better and better. You get to a point where you become the best in that specific niche, and you're going to smash it out because you will get the best clients. You're going to get word of mouth. You're going to be known. You're going to be able to run ads for yourself in that industry with great results, testimonials, and people are going to come to you, and then you can charge premium pricing, right? That's when you can start, instead of charging 2K a month or 3K a month, you can even charge 4K or 5K a month, for Facebook ads and things like that. So that's why you really want to niche down, and it's such an underrated thing. And it can feel like, and for me, when I first started out and when I got told this advice, I didn't want to niche down. I was like, I'm just closing myself off, in the market, right? Like, if I have all these other people who want to work with me, well, why would I corner myself into this part of the market? And you really have to get over that. That's a huge limiting belief I had to get over, is that you feel like you're cornering yourself when you're really not, because it's going to pay off 10 times more. You're going to be much happier, and it's going to be significantly easier for you to make your clients happy. And then, like I said, you can charge more, which means higher profits for you at the end of the day, right? You don't want to be like me, where I was running ads and I was messing things up and basically, was not making any profit at certain points because I was just doing everything for everyone instead of specializing, becoming the best. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys today. And hopefully that was beneficial and helpful for you guys. I don't want to keep these episodes super, super long. I want them to actually be valuable for you and things that you can implement. So certain episodes will be longer than others, and we're going to bring on people and get advice, and those ones might be longer than others. But for the most part, a lot of the ones that I'm doing myself, I really want to share some insights with you guys, and it actually be super valuable and things that you can implement right away. So if you have an agency, or if you're starting an agency right now, definitely niche down, and definitely find the niche that's perfect for you. The last piece of advice I will end it on is to find a good niche. I define it by having a high ticket niche. Okay. Normally these are going to be services. And the reason why is because it's way easier. So take, for example, a roofer. It's way easier for me to ROI a roofer, because guess what? If I'm charging, let's say $5,000 a month, and they're putting in, 2 to 3 grand into ads, right? So that's 8 grand a month total investment. Well, roofs sell for, 10, 15, even 20,000, $30,000 for some roofs, right? And if they get one job, majority of the time, they're already in an ROI. If they get 2 jobs, they're at a massive ROI. And if they get 3 to 5 jobs, they're really, really happy, and so on and so forth. So find something that you can get really, really fast results for, easy ROIs for, and that is going to be the best niche for you. So I'll leave it on that, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Take care, guys.